Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I hope I find you well. In this video, we want to look at some practical application of trigonometry or trigonometric ratios, okay? So we have a question here which says, after takeoff, a passenger jet climbs for 15 kilometers at an angle of 22 degrees to the horizontal, that is to the ground. Calculate the height it reaches. And the second part of the question, you want to calculate the horizontal distance it travels. Okay? So for us to be able to appreciate the situation we have here at hand, there's a diagram here which we are going to use for us to be able to appreciate and answer our questions correctly. Okay, so let's come to this right angle triangle, which is representing the situation we have at hand. So the question says that the aeroplane or the jet climbs for 15 kilometers. Okay, as you can see, maintaining an angle of 22 degrees to the horizontal. Okay, so this right angle triangle is the one which you are going to use, and it represents correctly the situation which you have. Okay, so first of all, we want to find the height it reaches when it maintained an angle of 22 degrees to the ground and it traveled for 15 kilometers up to this point. So we want to find this height it reached. Okay, so the acronym SOHCAHTOA will help us to pick the appropriate ratio and use it to calculate the height which was reached by the jet. So this height, which is shown by this letter H, is opposite the given acute angle here. So the height, H, is the opposite side of a right angle triangle, and this given 15 kilometers is our hypotenuse because it is opposite the right angle here. So the perfect or the right trigonometric ratio to use in the first part of the question is the sine ratio. Here it says sine theta equals opposite side of hypotenuse. Theta represents the given acute angle, which is in this case 22 degrees. So you are going to use the sine ratio. Okay, so let's proceed. So sine 22 degrees equals to opposite side H of hypotenuse of 15. Okay, when you cross multiply 15 multiplied by sine 22 degrees, our H or our height is 5.6 kilometers to two significant figures. So the jet reached a height of 5.6, this height, 5.6 kilometers, after traveling for 15 kilometers at an angle of 22 degrees to the horizontal ground. Okay, let's move on to our second part of the question. To our second part, it says we want to find the horizontal distance shown by X here, which was covered also as the jet was climbing. Okay, so if we go back to our right angle triangle again, this X is the adjacent side because it is next to the given acute angle of 22 degrees. Okay, so this 15 is our hypotenuse. So we want to find the adjacent side given the hypotenuse and the acute angle of 22 degrees. So from SOHCAHTOA, you can see that the cosine ratio is the one which you must use. Okay, so it says cos 22 degrees equals x, which is our adjacent, over 15, which is our hypotenuse. Okay, so finally x equals 15 multiplied by cos 22 degrees, which is equal to 14 kilometers to two significant figures. So horizontally speaking, or in the horizontal sense, the aeroplane or the jet traveled for 14 kilometers. Okay, thank you for watching. See you in the next videos. Once again, I'd like to thank you for the growth of the channel. I can see your comments, your views, and your support. Thank you once more again.